This is a complicated challenge for black. So there are a couple things going on here. Number one is black's position here on the corner. It's not a great position to be in, because if black happens to have 3 stones here, white has this throw-in move, and eventually white will be able to capture 3 of black's stones, which will guarantee 1 real eye. So that is a potential problem for black if it wants to play at number 1 to reduce white's eye space at any point during this problem. This is going to be a big problem for black. Number 2 is these 2 stones. We're not sure what's going on here. So white is quite flexible. White might be able to capture this stone this way, or this way. I mean, this last move is not going to capture, but it's one way to reinforce its own eye space up here. So there are 3 ways that white can deal with this black stone. And these 3 moves are what black needs to take into account. And of course, white's eye space here is not small, it's not huge, but it is definitely enough to make a living shape. So black needs to be really careful. Make sure you try some of the variations on your own before listening to my explanation. So if you're ready, I'll just show you the correct move, which is right here as the first move. And things will get really complicated from here. So first, a really nice move that may or may not be related to this problem. And that is, white can cut here, hoping that black plays this Atari and captures number 2. And now what happens is that this move becomes sente for making an eye. Otherwise, white can capture. This is an Atari. Black must capture, and now white can connect. This will be an extra real eye. But black can prevent white's sente here by playing at the 1-1 point. This is a really neat move. And now if white plays here, this is no longer sente for making a real eye, because black can capture back, given the setup at number 3. And if white pursues this ko, there'll be no ko to make a real eye. Both of these are fake eyes. So 2 and 3, this exchange is the first hurdle that the problem wants you to find. Though some people argue that this actually doesn't matter in this problem. But playing at the 1-1 point is definitely superior to playing here, because it does eliminate this move as sente. But still, if black ever goes here, white can still play this move, and this will be a connect and die for black. And white will still have a real eye here. So black should never push here, no matter what white does. So now back to the eye space. White has many options. If white plays here, then black must stand down to prevent white from making a real eye. And now what happens is that this is actually a fake eye. Number 6 can capture this black stone, but number 7 will sacrifice, and black will be able to contain white this way. Right? Something like this. Black will have cutting points on the outside, but it doesn't have to worry. And white cannot really do anything up here. White will only have 1 real eye in the end. So number 4 will fail. What about this move? This seems like a sharper move for white. So now black must play this to prevent white from having 2 real eyes. If white plays this move, now black needs to be careful. Black cannot escape this way. Otherwise, white can connect here, forcing black to play this move. As we said, once black has 3 stones here, white can Atari, and this will result in a real eye for white. So number 7 here is problematic. Instead, black can cut here, threatening to capture these 3 white stones. And white must respond here or here. And as white does that, black can pull back. And white will not be able to find an extra real eye, and will only have to capture a straight 3. So this way black can succeed. Similarly, if number 6 is here, black can still cut, and white must respond here, and black can just make this into a fake eye. And this will not be a seki because eventually white will have to fill in this spot, right? These 4 white stones are cut off, and there will be an atari in the end. So this is not a mutual life or seki shape. Now what about these other moves that center around this black stone? If white plays at number 4, black cannot escape because this way white will be able to make a living shape like this. Or at least this will be a ko, like this. But now black can actually cut here. White will have to save these 3 stones by playing this atari, but this is not a sente for making a real eye. And now black can pull back. And this will be back to one of the previous patterns, where white only has a straight 3 to capture. Similarly, number 4 here will not work. Black can still cut. And if white plays here, this is threatening to make a real eye out of this stone. Black can play this exchange. And now the next move is really crucial for black. Black cannot crawl here. Black can play this. White can catch a bulky 5 shape and there will be no more eye here. Or alternatively, black can just play this move. Make this into a square 4 shape, which is definitely a dead shape. And there's nothing white can do to stay alive. Lastly, if white connects here, black can just stand down. And once again, there'll be no extra real eye for white because black can contain white this way by using a net and number 15. So overall, it's a little complicated. You need to be careful about a few things that I mentioned at the beginning. And please make sure you try some of the variations on your own. And let me know if you have any questions. As always, thank you for your support and thank you for watching.